Hello everyone, we are going to find the solution of this given integral equation u of x is equal to sin x plus integral 0 to x 2 plus cos x divided by 2 plus cos t u of t dt, which is Fredholm's integral equation of second kind. Here this is our f of x and this term is our u of x. We are asked to find the solution of this integral equation by means of this resolvent kernel. So in order to solve this equation by means of resolvent kernel, we have to first find the kernel. Okay, so this is our kernel. Okay, kernel is already given. K of xt is nothing but 2 plus cos x divided by 2 plus cos t. Now we will find the iterative kernel. That is, we are going to find k1 of xt, k2 of xt, k3 of xt, and then we are going to generalize. Here already I have done. I will explain you how it has been done. So k1 of xt is nothing but k of xt, which is nothing but 2 plus cos x by 2 plus cos t as it is. In order to find k2 of xt, the formula says integral t to x k of xz k n minus 1 z t dz. So here n here you see is 2 because we have taken second iterative kernel. So n minus 1 is 2 minus 1, which will become k1. Now we are going to substitute these values. So integral as it is. So this k of xz will be this term. Now there is one difference. Here there is t and here there is z. So we are going to replace this denominator t with z. We are going to write, instead of this t, we are going to write it as z. We are going to write it as z. Okay, that is what I have written here in the denominator. You can see here. So here it is already written. Instead of denominator cos t, here it is written as cos z because it is k of xz. K1 of zt. So when you compare this both equations, you see here x is replaced by z. So wherever there is x, we are going to replace it by z. So for example, here only in numerator there is x. So we are going to write this numerator, instead of x, we are going to write it as z. After we write it as z, now we will see if there is anything in common which we can cancel. So here you see 2 plus cos z in numerator and 2 plus cos z in denominator cancels. And what is left out? 2 plus cos x by 2 plus cos t dz. Since this is integration with respect to z, whatever is not common is taken out, right? So 2 plus cos x by 2 plus cos t is taken out, and integration dz, we are going to integrate dz with respect to z, which is z only. When we apply limits, we will get x minus t, and the common term 2 plus cos x by 2 plus cos t will be there. So k1 of k1 of xt we know, we have found k2 of xt. Now we are going to find k3 of xt. So when you apply the formula integral t to x k of xz k2 k in kn minus 1, the formula says kn minus 1, so 3 it is. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So k2 of zt dz. So here we are going to substitute kxz as we have substituted before. Now k2 of zt. Now k2 we know, we have found out this value here, k2. Now this is our k2, right? So here instead of x, we are going to substitute as z. So same equation we are going to write here. Instead of x, we are going to write it as z. So 2 plus cos z divided by 2 plus cos t into z minus t dz. So you see here I have replaced x by z. Now this again we are going to cancel. If there is anything common, we are going to cancel. So you see here 2 plus cos z, 2 plus cos z is common. So I am going to cancel this. And what is left out, I have written here. So I have integrated z minus t. Integration of z minus t is nothing but z minus t the whole square divided by 2 factorial. This is our k3. Fine. Now we are going to find k4 of xt. So again, if I apply formula, you will get integration k of xz to k3 here. N minus 1 is nothing but k, when n is 4, it is k3 of zt. So third iterative kernel. So here you see here I have substituted the same thing what I have got in my k3, but instead of x I have written z because it is k3 of zt. Okay, and here again common things I'm going to cancel. So this one cancels, this one cancel. So whatever is going to remain will be left outside. 1 by 2 factorial I have taken outside. I have integrated z minus t the whole square. So it is z minus t the whole cube divided by 3. Okay, so when we apply limits, it will become x minus t the whole cube divided by 3 factorial. So this is our k4 of xt. So we know what is k1. We know what is k2. We know what is k3. We know what is k4. So can we generalize? Yes, we can generalize. So it is kn of xt is equal to, in everything you see 2 plus cos x by 2 plus cos t is common. So we have written this outside. And then here you see denominator, there is nothing. It means 0 factorial. Here, sorry, here there is, in k1 there is nothing. So here in 0 factorial, you can say 0 factorial because 0 factorial is 1. Here in denominator there is nothing. You can say it is 1 factorial, then here 2 factorial, then here 3 factorial, and so on. So I have written n minus 1 factorial. I have to match even with the power. So I have written n minus 1 factorial. So x minus t power n minus 1. Why I have written power n minus 1. In k1, there is no x minus t. So if I write 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So x minus t power 0 is 1. So k1 of xt will be x minus t power 1 minus 1, which is 0. So I have written k minus t power n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 factorial. So this is my iterative kernel in general, kn of xt. Now we have to find the resolvent kernel. So in order to find the resolvent kernel, the formula for resolvent kernel is given as summation m from 1 to infinity lambda m minus 1 km of xt. We have already found km of xt. Kn is nothing but km of xt. So we are going to substitute the values for m 1 to infinity it is written. So when m is 1, lambda power m1 minus 1 is 0. K1 of xt. So lambda power 0 is nothing. So k1 of xt plus lambda 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So lambda k2 of xt plus 3 m when I write 3 m 3 minus 1 is 2. So lambda square k3 of xt and so on. So I have substituted all these values which I have shown the working in the above steps. How did I get iterative kernel values? So this I have taken 2 plus cos x, 2 plus cos x, 2 plus cos x common. What I am left with 1 plus lambda x minus t plus lambda x minus t the whole square divided by 2 factorial. So this is nothing but the expansion for exponential expansion for e power lambda into x minus t, which I have written here. So this is my resolvent kernel answer. Using this resolvent kernel, I am going to find the required solution. So my required solution will be u of x is equal to f of x plus lambda r resolvent kernel into f of t dt. Now, if you see the question here, it is u of x is equal to e power x f of x. So this is nothing but here you see this is nothing but this term, this first term is nothing but our f of x. Okay, so this is our f of x, correct? So this is our f of x. So this we took as kernel. So I'm going to take the same thing. So f of x, from the question my f of x is nothing but e power x sin x. So this is my f of x plus lambda. Lambda 0 to x. So in question you can see lambda so here this is the place for lambda, right? So this is the place where there is lambda. If you write the formula, this is the place where there is lambda. So in question there is nothing. It means lambda is 1, right? So we are going to write lambda as 1. In my formula here this lambda will be 1. So I have written here nothing. 0 to x resolvent kernel value. So this is my resolvent kernel. So this is my resolvent kernel into f of t. Instead of x I am going to write t. So e power t sin t. Now here you can see e power x sin x I have written as it is. Now here this x minus t e power x minus t and e power t. So e power x minus t plus t, this will become plus t. So minus, this will become plus t, correct? When you write the exponential together, it will become plus t. So this t and this t will cancel. So what is left out? It e power x. So we have taken here e power x out. Okay. The next thing. Here we have to integrate. Now when we integrate with respect to t, all the other terms will come out. So I have taken 2 plus cos x into e power x out. So the integration of sin t divided by 2 plus cos t. So 2 plus cos t, if I write as u, differentiation of this will be minus sine, correct? So we have written here this, okay? So this is going to get simplified to log, okay? So log 2 plus cos x e power x sin x minus e power x 2 plus cos x into log 2 plus cos x divided by 3. This is the solution. I hope you have understood. Thank you. Kindly like, share, subscribe. Have a nice day.